Welcome everybody to this weekly AMA. Very, very excited to have you guys here. It's been a very hectic, yet very, very busy week. This is the FITR AMA. Today's the 14th of November. And I'm really going to kind of highlight what we've been doing, the progress that we've been having, the next few steps for the FITR token and the project, including some of the milestones that we'll be having, as well as some very interesting aspects and the development of the project, which I'm excited to share with you guys. So, very busy week. We've had a tremendous amount of inquiries and people interested more so into our project. We definitely know that there have been a few more transactions that have happened. So we'll announce exactly where we are now, as I mentioned in the Telegram group as well. And additionally, I'm going to head off and talk straight into the first implementation that we are doing in the FITR project. In accordance with our roadmap and part of our development structure to start implementing the growthonomics towards the end of Q4, our goal and vision is to, even if we don't necessarily raise the capital like we did, we are not shy to kind of slow it down to focus on quality and not rushing the project and putting all of our hard work in the back burner and rushing through things. So we're not very shy to do that, and we've done it, and we will continue to do so because we have laser focus into what we want to achieve. Obviously, we're not saying we're going to go at extremely slow pace. However, we are going to steadily move forward every single day, continuously and relentlessly. Okay, so that's very important for those who are potentially investors or investors into the project. This is not a slow moving project. It's at the start, so at the start of momentum. What's going to happen, in my opinion, is over the course of the next few weeks, we're going to really start to accelerate into the growth, and there's going to be more investors that join the group and the community. Okay, so first and foremost, the upgrade to an app. We do have an app. It's available on iOS and Android. We're currently implementing some updates, and one of them to the app is to lay the core foundation or the code to ensure that we can put on top of it or lay out the growthonomics and what we plan to do for that overall project. So I've been working with the developers. We've been coming forth and back. It's been very crazy hours. So we are in the process of doing that. We are not going full board and making the complete transition, as it does require, obviously, the investment and the capital to do so. And, when I initially started this project, I always wanted to be at the forefront and ensure that the FITR and the MYFITAPE platform coexist in a position where they offer maximum accessibility. And what I mean by maximum accessibility is if you are on Android or iOS, it doesn't matter. If you're on a website, it doesn't matter. And that's an extremely unique selling point about our project. Our project, in comparison to others, if you look into the market and you can spend a good time doing this, you'll find that most of them are dedicated on one single platform and they don't have the cross-platform play. And if they do, it doesn't have the usability and the functionalities that we've bootstrapped from the get-go. And that's something that we're proud of. And that's something that, again, comes with quality and not rushing things. So we rather make, good, steady decisions than poor rush decisions. Which brings me on to something that we discussed before about recently, is integration into wearables. Okay, so with wearables, we believe that to provide a more futuristic and accessibility and update both with the platform, and as people participate more in our platform, we want to ensure that people have the experience to track important aspects that are important to them. For example, their heart rate, BMI, potentially their body mass as well. So we're excited to kind of notify you guys, that we are looking to do a complete integration, which means it will consist of things like Fitbit, the Apple Watch, so eye health, Garmin. We have Google Fit as well. So we're kind of got a full spectrum of integrations that we will do. So that hopefully will position anyone in the next year, 2 years, 3 years, and even new, um, uh, platforms or softwares that do come out. We're going to kind of have a bridge between our platform and to these wearables. Now, what's very important as well is we're going to situate it so that over the course of the development of the overall project, this will tie in with the growthonomics. And from the get-go, it does sound very complicated. On paper, it definitely is complicated, but the overall structure is very simple. We want people to have the facility to be able to book, get confirmation on their wearable devices, or get notifications about any notifications from their profile, and have their workouts, how they feel, directly linked into the actual platform. And they'll have complete access to this. Again, this is optional feature, it's not mandatory. So it's something that they can do, but for the sake of producing an overall 360 platform, and ensuring that people get the best use.
Give us a moment, guys, please. Apparently, Ado's Zoom just froze, so give me a moment.
Okay. Okay. All right. Perfect. Thank you. So, guys, you have to excuse me. My VPN interrupted the connection, or we got a flood of inquiries for FITR as this AMA is going on. One of the two. But anyway, swiftly back to what I was saying. We will be doing the health APIs. This will be integrated in. And a quick kind of list is the Fitbit, Ulta HR, Garmin, which includes a lot of the models for that as well, and Google Fit as well. I mean, we've got a list of devices that will be integrated into the actual FITR project as a whole. And another very interesting conversation and topic that we will be moving forward with the future of the FITR project is, and this is kind of going to be a very big deal in the space of health, fitness, and well-being. And that comes down to software as a service, so SaaS. We're going to be offering and developing the backend project of the MYFITAPE to encompass and kind of compete with some of the big software companies. And we're going to take that challenge in the blockchain field as well. So what does that look like? And this is a very big deal. A lot of companies charge anywhere $89, $150, $200. So you could imagine combining a front end that is, multi-channeled, delivering services at very cost-effective rates through cryptocurrency, but also empowering business owners to save revenue and utilizing our platform. So that's the key thing that we're looking to do. We're trying to gain as much frontier with the vendors to add so much value for them. As we discuss, and I've been sharing in the Telegram as well as on the light paper as well, as part of our commission always needs to be, balanced and ensuring that we have maximum value that we offer to vendors. And having software as a service is an absolutely huge game changer in this space. And we're looking to develop that within blockchain and kind of pioneer that space as well. So what that will look like is a typical gym, boutique, or studio. Not only will have customers flooding in, be covered by insurance, which will kind of blockade any kind of loss of revenue that across the board, across every standard of industry, people cancel, want a refund, or they're not happy with the service. People are covered, with up to 95% payout already. So that's a huge thing as well. And then from the back end, from a vendor point of view, we will allow them to basically accept bookings, adjust, have a complete client management software and tool. They'll be able to integrate this with all of their calendars. We'll be also able to connect this to any CRMs as well. So we're putting on a full-fledged CRM slash SaaS software that will, propel every vendor to utilize the platform, even necessarily if they choose to register themselves and get bookings, they're still getting value. So it's always a win-win situation to utilize the MYFITAPE platform, but most importantly, unlock that with FITR. So that in itself is something that we're very excited to announce and something that we will be implementing further. So thus far, we have the health integration into the watches, and something that I just want to add, something very, very important that I would like to add here. So part of, the future that we're moving into is looking into digital identities. Okay, so the ID of the future is going to be digital IDs. So your whole idea from going to the doctors, your last dentist appointment, the last time you felt sick, or any medication that you bought over the pharmacy, ideally in the future, the next 5 to 10 years, exactly when, we don't know, but that's where we're moving to. we have plans to kind of facilitate that, So what that will look like is you have your fitness devices, but you also have your hospital, your EHR networks, pharmacies, health apps, and then that will go into the platform, and then you'll have a full spectrum of what you need. So again, this is like, we're very geared to the next 5 years, and I think we're very early on into something very, very big. So next topic that I would like to discuss with you guys is the podcast. So part of the content creation that we want to do and to captivate a wider audience is we have a podcast called the FITAPE Show. Now, what's important about content creation? Why is it so imperative? Why is it important for us in our project? So part of marketing our project well and positioning ourselves to be, a leader in this field. Everything that we do, by the way, is not copied or mimicked. We expect people to come in, copy and mimic what we are doing. It's part of the industry. But one thing you can be sure about our FITR project is everything is cultivated from the hat. We're creating ideas, we're putting things together, and we're thinking ahead. And one of the things that we are doing is a podcast, and the podcast situates us in a position where we have people's attention. We're grabbing the attention space in health, fitness, and well-being. We are discussing ideas with thought leaders, with people who specialize in holistic healing, people that specialize in fitness, weight loss, people that had incredible transformations. We're getting, people with incredible stories and putting them in front of the world to see our platform and sharing that. And within that process, we will be discussing the FITR token. We'll be discussing, the future health, fitness, well-being, and letting people know about the MYFITAPE platform. So in essence, it's a win-win for us. And this is something that we will be doing, moving forward. Wherever the attention is, be rest assured that the MYFITAPE and the FITR token project will be there. So next step that I want to discuss with you guys is regarding the marketing. So we are in a process where I'd say we're probably 5x in the next week our marketing efforts, with more ads, driving more traffic through there. We have some growth hackers that we are collaborating with, who will be adding value to the project, which is very, very good. We've got some amazing ideas. I can't share too much about that, but be rest assured, we will be 5xing traffic growth and people hearing about this project. Milestone. So in terms of the milestone, we've had shout out to Theo and Ahmed, who have joined our project, who believe in the project, who are also sharing it with their friends and family as well. Shout out to them. They've been our recent joinees. So up until now, as I mentioned as well in the Telegram, we've got a total of just under 6,000 USD since creating the platform. We've had a tremendous amount of users and registrations. Previously today, it was brought to our attention that people, when they were trying to make a transaction for BNB, it was sending them a Binance Coin wallet address, which is what we intended initially. Okay, so it's not like it's a mistake that we done. We intended to have it that way, and we got a transaction as well through there as well. So that seemed to be not the issue. However, today it was brought to our attention earlier in the morning today that the wallet address, when people have been trying to send it, has been a non-BP2. So it was a native Binance Smart Chain address. And for some reason that caused, I presume, a sense of misunderstanding for when people were looking to make the transaction. So we've rectified that swiftly in less than, an hour or so. We got that rectified. So just as an update for everyone, if you have had any issues transferring wrapped BNB, If you try it now through your MetaTask, MetaMask, or any of or Trust Wallet, it should work. So that's very, very important. We want to highlight that. We will emphasize that point, and we will send out a message to everyone individually that has opened the order. Okay. And for those of you guys, this is also an announcement as well. With regards to PayPal, we are going to postpone PayPal, the acceptance of PayPal payments, simply because PayPal have sometimes a challenging system, and because we are involved technically in cryptocurrency, we want to ensure that every single transaction that we have is out there in the open. I mean, you can see it from the dashboard if somebody does buy with PayPal, but with PayPal, sometimes they've been known to flag accounts or if there's any missed patterns. So we're at the moment, we're postponing it because we've had an account limitation on our PayPal. So we are working with PayPal to obviously resolve that. So in the interim, whilst we get this resolved and to avoid any future challenges, we are simply going to postpone accepting PayPal payments and focusing solely on cryptocurrency. If you do have any requests in the course of the next week of any other particular cryptocurrencies, as of now, do let us know. We will consider it, as we have done with any feedback or suggestions. Currently, we have Bitcoin right now. We have Binance, or Binance wrapped BNB, and we have Ethereum. So these are the three that we are accepting as of now. So if you have any suggestions, please do let us know. And on a final note, before we head out, I just want to clarify, the feedback and the community is great. It's exceptional to have such positive energy in the Telegram. People that are absolutely fired up and excited like we are about this project are sharing it with their friends, family, and it's great to see that the FITR project is on the brink of kickstarting and people hearing about this. These AMAs, if you're watching this on the 14th of November, is times that people look back and realize where we started off. So for those of you guys that are new into the community, we will be doing kind of announcements and shouting out people that join us on the AMAs. So feel free to interact with us on the Telegram. If you have any feedback or suggestions, do let us know. We're open-minded. We like feedback. It's important to us. And, we really, really appreciate your support and all of our current investors at the moment. So that summarizes our AMA. It's been a pleasure hosting you guys on this weekly AMA. We've got a very busy upcoming week. So things that will be coming out in the next few days. We've just been really focused with the devs and developing and moving on to our Q4 goals is a presentation which will be available for corporate investors. And I tell you what, how about on our Twitter, we'll be announcing these things now because we want to do them stagger them as we go ahead. So we'll have more updates for you guys coming out on the Telegram and our Twitter. So make sure you follow us on that and join our Telegram group and our Twitter. It's a pleasure. Have a great day, everybody. See you guys on the next AMA. Until then, take care. Pleasure hosting you. My name's Adele. I'm the founder of FITR. Bye-bye.